How's it going, guys? As you can see, it's a little cool here in the garage. It's about 39 degrees. Came up a couple of degrees since I got up here and turned the lights on. I hadn't turned the heat on yet. It's supposed to be around 40, 42 degrees here today. Of course, we had a light dusting of snow this morning. Sorry for the lack of videos. It's been kind of dreary here, and I've not had a lot of time in the garage with the holidays and everything, but spending time with my family. Trying to, keep up with the things that really matter. But I do have a mail call, and one of which I actually received quite a while back from Bruce Boschek. Sorry if it's taking so long to make a video of this, Bruce, but this is a really, really cool sticker. There was a very nice letter involved with it. Says that since he, Karen, their dog Andor, and their cat Valentino are all involved in their videos, he made up this new sticker that's got a picture of a bunch of different ones on here. Very cool. Thank you very much, Bruce. That's a beautiful sticker. It's actually got some double-sided stuff on the back, so I can put this up with the rest of my YouTube Garage Gang guys when I get something made to put them on. And just a day or so ago, I got this one from Steeljaw Jones. Sorry, the glare's playing havoc with it. Very, very cool sticker also. I really like that. That's cool. If you guys haven't been over there and checked out any of his videos yet, it's Steeljaw Jones. Go over and check him out. He's got a cool 69 Camaro he's working on. Jeff, great sticker, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's awesome. I'll try to get it put up with all the rest of the ones I've got. I've got to get something, like I said, made to put these all on. They're starting to fall off the cabinet again. So I also got something I ordered off of eBay. I've not unboxed it yet. I'll bring you guys back when I get the box open. But it is a set of digital readout scales to go on my Grizzly mill on the X, Y, and Z axis, so that you can do more precise milling operations instead of just trying to use the dials on the hand wheels. You can't see that one, it's covered up. But the numbers are pretty difficult to see. The ultimate goal with this would be to convert it over to CNC, but this is kind of like a step in between in order to make some of the more precision parts involved with switching this over to CNC. Couple of little items I bought recently. Sorry, I should have been more prepared. I got a little, sorry for the shaky cam, little digital edge finder that goes in the quill. And it's pretty neat. Let's see. But whenever you turn it on, you put it in the machine, and the edge of it goes over against the thing, and it moves the little ball bearing sideways. The light comes on, so you know that you're exactly on the edge of it. Then you just take half of this diameter, and that tells you where the exact edge of your part is. So that, in conjunction with the digital readouts, I should be able to get fairly precise readings on the edge of my parts. What little work I have done up here has been kind of involved as far as fixing stuff. I went to an auction. Actually, it was online, but the place to pick the stuff up is local to me, and I picked up a couple items. This one right here is a refrigerated air dryer for the air compressor. I think I got this for like 20 bucks. Of course, when I got it, the lid was loose on it, and I figured out why after I won the bid on it. The condenser fan motor wasn't working, but I took it all apart, cleaned it, lubricated it, and now it works fine. I've just got to put a cord on it. It's 120 volt. I got to put some inlet and outlet fittings to hook my air compressor up to it, so when I'm painting cars and stuff, that will pull the moisture out of the airstream, so you don't have to worry about it coming out on your paint job. There's a little drain down here at the bottom that you have to hook a piece of tubing to, and it's pretty much automatic. Of course, you can do a manual override on it, and it dumps the water, but it's got a sensor in there that every so often it opens up and lets the water out. So that was a pretty neat deal. Something else I bought, maybe you guys can give me a hand with it. I didn't realize it was this big when I bid on it. But again, I think I got this for like 20 or 25 bucks. I don't even know what it is. It said it's a hydraulic cylinder. And to give you some idea of the scale of this thing, I mean, it's, I don't know, 3 feet tall. It's got a 4-inch bore and it's got an 8-inch stroke on it. And this thing is solid steel. I thought it was aluminum looking at the pictures. It didn't state which. This thing weighs like 350 pounds. So I'm sure it's probably for some huge industrial something or another. I'm not sure if it'll show up, but here's the information on the front of it. If any of you guys know what this thing is for, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to pop a new battery in this camera because it's saying the battery's about to die, and I'll bring you guys back in a minute. See you in a few. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I've also been working on this thing. I dug it out from under all the schmegma here in the driveway. This was my kid's a while back, and she had been riding it for a while until the throttle cable had, we thought it broke inside the carb. I pulled the carburetor off, cleaned it all up, and then realized once I got everything done that it had seized inside the carburetor, so it wasn't the cable broke. Where this goes up on the handle, the hand grip with the throttle thing inside of it was made out of plastic. It actually sheared that off because the cable was seized up. So I've got the cable freed up now. I've got another throttle assembly ordered for that side. Hopefully when it comes back in, we'll do a really cold start on this thing. Somewhere along the line she managed to crash this thing and it kicked the gear shift lever out here. I'm going to see if I can't straighten that thing out. But it was running fine until that day when they seized everything up. I took all the plastic and everything off to get down to the carburetor. Of course, this stuff is probably 15, 20 years old, and sitting out in the sun every day hadn't helped it, I'm sure. So in moving around, I snapped this piece off. It's just some real cheesy plastic. I may end up making some new ones out of some sheet metal, beat them out on the leather bag, and maybe shape some stuff. I also did a little bit of turning over the holidays. I made a couple of Christmas gifts out of some turnings I had. I had some old spindles that somebody had given me, and I did some shaping and turning of that stuff. So just a little bit of odds and ends. Nothing, unfortunately, on the Mustang. I always seem to find a reason to fix or do something besides the car. Of course, I've had some issues with my vehicles. I had to change the sway bar ends on the front of the Jeep. I already changed one of them. The other one I haven't changed yet because it broke. My kid drives it. But that was kind of fun getting those things apart. I had to replace a couple of tires on my wife's Mustang. You know, you name it. It's pretty much same as normal. Life happens, things break. Got to keep up with it. Stuff at work's been going pretty good recently, but right around the first of the year, everything seems like it wanted to take a dump. Things flying apart, so you know how it goes. Had to do a little work on the garage too. I'll take you guys outside and show you what was going on with that. I was out there picking up tree limbs. A little shot of what it looks like outside today. A few puffy clouds and stuff. We had snow showers this morning, but luckily we didn't get anything on the ground. What little bit of dusting we had is already melted. You guys probably can't see the mountains up there that far away, but there's a little bit of snowfall on those. But over here on the side of the building, I got to noticing over the years that my soffit and fascia, I guess from the water dripping off the edge where it wasn't sheathed in aluminum or anything, had rotted out that 2x4 along the tails of the rafters. And then after that had happened, it also rotted the soffit board underneath. And of course this was built, 20 plus years ago, and I just built it out of 2x4s and plywood and stuff. You can tell everything needs a coat of paint. I did scrape most of the loose paint off, and here probably April or so when it warms up again I'm going to paint the whole thing. But I got this all boxed back in. I had to rip all those 2x4s and stuff off the end because they were bad, and got this side done. I got to look, and the other side's pretty much the same way, but it's kind of involved trying to get to it because where I built the wood shed and it kind of overlaps the side of the building. It's going to make it a little bit more fun to get to. Because like I said, it's, sorry for the glare in the camera. it's kind of up on top of the roof line there, so I don't have a whole lot of room to get up there to it. So at some point here, next time I have a few nice days, I'll climb up there and pop all that mess out and redo it. Did a little cleaning, and then of course I've piled it up again. Same as normal. Hauled off a load of garbage, kind of got the driveway cleaned out a little bit, and then stuff starts accumulating again. You know how it goes. But anyway, that's kind of what's going on around here. Like I said, sorry for the lack of videos. There really hadn't anything I felt was video worthy, and I hate boring you guys with a bunch of the same old stuff. So I am up here occasionally trying to get some stuff done. When I get this stuff here unboxed, these digital readouts, I'll bring you guys back and show you a little bit more. I'll see you in a few. I went ahead and unboxed the eye gauging digital readout scales that I got for the mill over here. These things are a pretty good deal. I got 3 of them off of eBay. There's a 6, a 12, and a 24, which is about the right size for this mill. The 6-inch one will go on the front to back travel. The 12 will go on the up and down travel, and the 24 will be the side to side travel. And this thing comes with brackets for each one, as well as 2 sets of batteries. It takes 2 of these batteries for each indicator inside of this little battery compartment door on the back. 2 batteries. Oh wow, I just now figured out it's magnetic too. That's pretty awesome. But there's screws to mount the actual sliders itself to the mill. But here's kind of how it works. You just mount the indicator here on the base, and then you mount this piece with the brackets included for the part on the mill that moves. And as this slides incrementally back and forth, it changes on your display. Pretty neat, actually. So instead of trying to rely on the dials to do 10 thousandths, 100 thousandths, and so on, you can do it with this. It's also, you can do it in 64ths, or you can also do it in millimeters. So this is pretty neat. It's probably going to take me a little while to finish getting the garage cleaned up. I started putting stuff away, trying to get everything kind of back to normal. And as I start mounting these to the mill, I'll do a video on that for you, kind of give you an idea of what's involved with that. Doesn't look too complicated. Some pretty detailed instructions come with it as well. Sorry about the lines and the thing. But yeah, for I think it was $112 on eBay. This is pretty awesome. So I'll bring you guys back whenever I get something started on this, and until then, y'all take it easy.